Thanks for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cast. We are talking some Hot Wheels stuff today. This is the very last mix of car culture for 2023. We're also going to take a look at the very last mix of Team Transport for 2023. We're going to just roll through these in no particular order, just because we want to be out of control. Number 4 of 5, Big Air Bel Air. Again, this is the very last mix for 2023. I think Exotic MB or something like that might be the first for 2024. There is the Big Air Bel Air. This has been in premium before, but it was a Toy Fair model. This is the first time we're getting premium in like just a regular release. This thing is pretty heavy. Definitely feels pretty heavy with a metal base. Feels substantial as well. I do like the colors. Looks good. The two-tone looks good. All the silver and stuff in there. A little bit of chrome here and there. Chrome bits. Definitely looks the off-road part. I do like this casting. I do have every single version they've released thus far, of course, except for the Toy Fair model, because, you know, it's the Toy Fair model. Number 5 of 5, Range Rover Classic. That is sporting the newer off-road wheel. The Big Air Bel Air had the pretty standard wheel, but this has the newer wheel. Nothing really fancy about this. Again, just you know, another model. This might be the first time we're seeing this in premium, though. Kind of an interesting fade there for the print. Hopefully that's designed that way. It's definitely not designed that way. Sorry about that. That side is clean, so it's definitely not supposed to be that way, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. It does have Castrol, Eibach, Michelin on the side, just a Range Rover. Looks pretty good. Full deets on the front. I do like the checker flag for the fog lights, which looks super cool. This is a right-hand drive model. That is where the fuel filler is. And then there is your, sorry about that, there is your deets on the back. And just a general kind of fade to the model. Ooh. The focus is not being very, very nice today. Put him there with number 5. All right, number 3. This is the 93 Mercedes-Benz G-Class. This is for IWC. They've done a bunch of IWC type stuff, Team Transport and some other stuff. Definitely have a lot to do with a Mercedes-Benz. Another model that we have seen this one in premium before, so nothing new. I do believe this particular casting debuted in Boulevard back in the day. Full print on the front looks pretty good. Just have your Mercedes logo on there. Looks pretty nice. I do like the black color. This is the more standard off-road wheel. It says the Big Pilot. Some taillight prints on there as well to say Mercedes-Benz on the wheel cover. Looks pretty good. The top is removable. So the top comes off. There you go. Just a little bit of a roll cage in there just to fit that underneath the top. Looks pretty good without the top piece on there. The G-Wagon Cabrio, which is pretty cool. Doug DeMuro owns one of those as well. So we'll put that guy. Ooh, is he going to fit? Oh, is he going to fit? Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, but it might be a little bit difficult to get that out of there. All right, number 2 of 5. This is the one everybody's going ape crazy over just because it's a 4Runner, which is ridiculous. This is definitely not the best one they've done thus far. I was really hoping for more of a blue, brilliant color like Matchbox did, but this is a dull blue, unfortunately. Just the 3rd release for the 4Runner. Scalpers absolutely love the 4Runners, by the way. This one does look good. I just wish the blue would have been a lot brighter. You know, being a TRD Pro, the wheels do look pretty good. Very beefy. I like that. It's a beefy casting. Looks fantastic. Proportions are good. Does say Toyota there in the front. And then there is the deets in the back. You do have a plate on there. Say 4Runner. Something 4Runner. Looks pretty good. It's pretty cool. A couple prints up there for the roof rails and stuff like that. So we'll throw that there. All right, number 1, the only new mix or new model in the entire mix, the 2005 Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, which I think was sold in the U.S. as the Lexus GX. So, brand spanking new casting. I've been eagerly awaiting this one. I know this video might seem a little bit old. This mix has been out for a little bit. but I bought a case, so it took a little bit longer to get. The fog lights look good on both the bull bar and the roof rack accessory. This one is, of course, right-hand drive, which looks pretty good. I like the graphic on the side. There's more of your standard off-road wheel, which does match the spare tire. Looks pretty good. Pretty crazy, beefy rear bumper there, which is super, super cool. Tail lights done up. I think it looks good. It's a pretty sizable casting, pretty beefy, pretty heavy and stuff. Now, one of the things I've noticed with newer castings of Hot Wheels, they've kind of taken the word Hot Wheels out of the logo and just had like the silhouette there, which is kind of interesting. Not really sure exactly why they decided to do that, but that's what they decided to do. And yes, I did happen to get the Chase, being that I bought a case, so I got lucky to get a Chase. So we will go ahead and just crack open the Chase as we normally do. This one does sport the same side graphic, just in a different color ensemble. But this one does come with the 5-spoke wheels, which looks way better. I think that looks really, really good. Details look good on this one. It's all the same prints and stuff like that, other than the color change for the door. So this one ends up being a bunch of grays and blacks, which looks pretty good. Tail lights look pretty good. Of course, the spare tire doesn't match now because they use the 5 spokes, but that's perfectly fine. That one looks very, very, very nice. So throw him down there on the bottom. All right. Very last mix of Team Transport for 2023. This is the last mix of the year. First one we're going to take a look at, 959, Porsche 959 with the Euro hauler. Looking absolutely fantastic. This was originally debuted at some Porsche Fest earlier this year. I did pick this up from Target. A lot of people have been pulling these from Walmart, but I pulled it from Target. So as usual, there should be a piece of plastic in there to keep the model from getting inside the truck. So there is your truck. Looks fantastic. It says Brumo's Porsche on there. It does have the off-road tires, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting look for that. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool and different. There is the print on the front. Look absolutely fantastic. A lot of details in there. Looks good. Porsche on the top, all your marker lights and all that good stuff like that. White interior. It doesn't have opening doors, but the door is kind of extruded from there a little bit. Looks pretty good. And then just some some tail light details and stuff like that. And then of course the top comes down. Put the car in the back of it, so set him over there. There is our 959, the Rally 959. This is not a new casting, been around for a little bit. Seen some pretty good versions. I think this is probably going to be the best version. Has racing slick tires on there, which is interesting. But I love the Steelies. I think the Steelies looks fantastic. Number 59 does have those nice additional lights on the top printed up. So looks good. A lot of print on the back as well. Looks very, very, very proper. Very appropriate. And black print right there for those events as well. Looks pretty good. Pretty happy about that one. That one is a pretty nice one. And of course, this one does have plenty of ground clearance so that it can roll up in there with no problemos. But we want to be putting that guy on display, so we'll just stick him there right now. Maybe put our Chase kind of right there. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, next one in that mix, of course, Speedways with the 33 wheelies. This is a very cool combination. I don't feel like this one will be too popular. A lot of Hot Wheels collectors are more modern and JDM and all that kind of stuff like that. But this one's for some older collectors. I mean, there are collectors that like kind of the hot rod style, but you know, for the most part, you're going to be talking older Hot Wheels collectors. So we'll get this guy slid out of there. This one just comes out as one piece. The Speedways doesn't do anything as far as like the ramp doesn't do anything. It does say Valley Speed Caroga Park. Looks pretty good. There is the print in the front. I think this one looks way better than the original release of this casting. Just because this one looks really good with just all black with some chrome bits. Steely wheels on there look good. That is metal. That is part of a metal interior piece, which looks good. There is no plate deets or taillight deets or anything like that on there. There is a spot right here for a license plate, but that's not printed up, unfortunately. Sorry about that. And there's no taillight prints, which is weird. But they do print the top of the platform here. It is part of the casting, so it doesn't do anything. It is metal. It is fixed. So this casting is mostly metal, has quite a bit of metal to it. Same prints on the opposite side, but that one looks pretty good, just kind of chilling there. It's kind of holding down the fort. There is the wheelies. This is only the second time we're seeing this particular casting. This was a chase last year in drag strip demons. This one looks really, really good with the little pizza cutters on the front. Big, huge, beefy, slicks on the back. Looks pretty good. The engine that sticks out of the top, that is metal. It's a separate piece, which is very, very nice. The fade and stuff from the front to the back with the flames and stuff looks fantastic. I like how it starts all white, fades to the back. Looks really, really good. There is your laundry chute. There are no taillight prints or anything like that in the back. But very, very nice. Looks very, very good. So, actually looks pretty good sitting there. Not perfect, but looks pretty good. All right, last one in the mix. Arguably, I think, is the best of them all. This is the 97 Benz CLK GTR on the Fleet Street. One thing that I do want to point out, if you look at the Fleet Street here, you'll see that there is a Mercedes logo printed on the side. You'll see that that Mercedes logo is not on the truck, but that is on the opposite side of the truck. So I guess we'll see if it's only printed on one side. But if not, this would be very, very interesting. Just a solid black hauler, which is going to make this one probably 10 times more popular than it probably would have been, just because people can take the hauler and they can build whatever they want and put it on the back, and black is pretty universal. So we will take a look at that hauler first. This one looks pretty good. This one did, I think this hauler debuted with the Liberty Walk R34, I believe, if I remember correctly, but it has full print on the front, looks good. It's relatively slammed, which is okay. A lot of deets on the side, little prints here and there, little side marker lights and stuff like that. I think the wheel choice is pretty nice as well. There are taillight prints in there, so a little bit hard to see in there, but there are some taillight prints in there. And then there it is. There is no print for there, so no Mercedes logo on either side. So this is just solid black. Does have some simulated tires at the top and some print on the top platform, which is really nice. I think that's definitely a little bit of a step forward that Hotwheels is doing. Of course, the truck does exactly what it should do. That is roll back and then go flat like that, so that you can load up whatever you want, which happens to be a CLK GTR. This is, of course, like a street version of the race car. This one looks pretty good. It is just in regular silver with full prints. This is by far better than the one that debuted in Car Culture, which was all done up for D2 racing and all that kind of stuff like that. Wing is plastic, which is not unexpected. It was already like that previously. And then just your base deets, your 97 CLK GTR. I am hoping that we will get a racing series next year, standalone from Car Culture. Well, it can be Car Culture, but its own releases, its own racing release stuff, which I think would be super, super cool. That does come off. It is designed that way. There you go. So, looks pretty good when you put them all the way slotted up, but you can always sit it a little bit back. He's a little bit low, so it does kind of scrape on the little marks in there. So it actually fits better to put it there, so we will put it there. We'll set this guy to the side. And then a couple more items that are premiums. Just these hot wagons. Just a couple of them. The Audi RS6 Avant, number 17. In case you guys are curious, that is the mix. Not really a fan of the Datsun and the other two Chevy wagons. I just are meh. Now these lines do utilize a lot of brand spanking new wheels. This is a kind of 4-spoke wheel, which I think actually looks really good. Actually fits this car quite well. Full prints on the front looks good. It does say Quattro on there. Good old Audi Quattro. Full on deets in the back as well. It does say RS6 Avant on the plate. Taillights done up, looks very, very good. Of course, this does have the metal base. We have seen this one as a premium a couple times, so this one looks pretty good. So throw that guy kind of right there. The other one we have is, of course, the Volvo 850 Wagon Estate. which is in pretty much the same style of deco as when it first debuted as a new casting, but it is now in premium. This one does include a nice metal base, which is quite nice. The new wheel here is a very, very nice wheel. Very, very nice wheel. I think that wheel is going to go with an enormously large amount of vehicles. So I'm very, very happy about that one. Full premium deco. Does go all the way up the side, over the top, and everything like that. Does say Volvo there. Full front print on it as well. Looks very, very good. And then, of course, full deets in the back. You can see this model is a hook assembly. So that looks pretty good. Got your deets in there. Volvo 850. Prints look fantastic. I really like that one. Right-hand drive as well. So that one is super cool. Now we are going to crack open these as well because I feel like it's going to be like forever until I get that 914. So we'll just go ahead and crack these open and look at them because by the time I get that 914, these are going to be super old news. Porsche 718 came in GT4. This is number 5 of 14 in the Walmart Porsche series. We've only seen this casting twice before. And the funny little tidbit is it debuted in white. Then we saw it in blue, and now we are seeing it in red. So we got red, white, and blue. So that is pretty cool. This is another new wheel for the kind of premium line. This is the mid-tier premium. That is a metal wing. The wing on the back is metal. So that is pretty good. This also has the metal base as well, which is super gloss printed up. Looks good. Not a huge fan of this wheel size. It's a little bit small, I think, for this model. But full prints all the way around. Lensed headlights on this one. So these models are going to be super premium. Not all of them are going to have metal bases, but hopefully most of them do. This particular one does not have a metal base. This is the Porsche 935. Hot Wheels has been using the absolute crap out of this casting, and I am super happy about that. This looks pretty good. Does have full good prints on there. Those are nice inkjet printing. A little bit of metallic speck in the blue. And I really like the blue across the windshield banner of the Porsche. And then another Porsche on the wing looks good. Says 24 on the side. Got your KW, your Michelins. This is that really, really nice 5-spoke wheel. This one in gold, though. This wheel is so good. This wheel is so good. I think this is probably the best basic wheel that Hot Wheels has ever done. I think that wheel is just going to go perfectly with everything under the sun. Look at that. Gold and gray. It just looks so good. Looks so good. Carries on to the Porsche 944 Turbo. Number 3 of 6. That one was 4 of 6. So we'll get this guy out of there. Or no, that was 5 of 6 maybe. 5 of 6? Doesn't say what is the 914. So this one is pretty cool. This was designed by Ryu Asada. You see the stethoscope in the back. I guess it was his doctor's car or something like that, which doesn't really matter. I think it's cool. That is printed up in the back. There's a little bit of silver print on that. Look how good this model looks with these wheels. Unreal. Perfection. Absolute perfection. Taillights done up as well. Looks so good. This might be the best of the mix. This is definitely really, 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 really nice. I think this one looks so good with the taillight prints and everything. This one unfortunately has a plastic base, even though this model has been in premium. So they do have a metal base available for it. Unfortunately, didn't get it there. All right, 2 of 6, 1971 Porsche 911 in orange. This one does, in fact, have a metal base, so that's very, very nice. This casting has seen premium a good number of times, and it's already going to debut in 2024. In Exotic Envy, it will be the Chase as well. It says Hot Wheels 71911 in the back. It says Porsche on there. Looks really, really good. The taillights are lensed, which is very nice. Very, very cool feature. Porsche on the side. Very, very nice wheel. That's the same wheel that's on the Cayman, but the spokes are painted up in the chrome, which I think looks really good. Really, really pops on this one. The front turn signal area is also lensed as well on this one. Front plate detail on there as well, just really, really small. And then, of course, there is your base deets. So S14 on this mix, so still have yet to see anything manufactured in 2024. And then number 1 of 6, this is the Porsche 356 Speeder in white. This one also utilizes the exact same wheel as the last one we just saw. This one looks fantastic. Really happy that it's all in premium deco. I'm not sure if we've ever seen this casting in the basic range. I think this casting's always been premium, but it looks fantastic. It says speeder on the back. Taillights look very, very good. Front print on the model looks good as well. It does say Porsche there. Really, really, really nice. Nice metal base. Just raw metal. Looks good. Of course, still made in Thailand. So there you go. That is a really nice Hot Wheels premium mix. Again, last mix of Team Transport for 2023 and the very last mix of Car Culture for 2023. So both those items will be moving on to 2024 once they get stocked. Who knows when that'll be. But anyways, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. Live, Lim,